Hi wrestling fans, thanks for clicking on the dreaded D-Rose report. Bret Hart has posted a new blog update on his my book. Hey, this is Monday, ain't it? On Facebook.com page. Anyway, talking about his work with Stone Cold Steve Austin last week on Raw, said he's totally pumped up for his match with Vince McMahon this weekend at WrestleMania. He said it was great seeing my pal Stone Cold last week on Raw. Said we talked for quite some time about old WrestleMania 13 match and how great it was. Steve looked great. He said he was excited about his acting career, Hart said. Also, I had a long talk looking back with Kevin Dunn and Pat Patterson last week too. He said we had some nice reflections on Owen and reminded us of what a tragic loss his passing was. We also had some laughs too. Pat Patterson laughed until he cried. All in all, it was a great night for me in San Diego last week. Bret also thanks all the fans for being in his corner over the past 3 months since he returned to WWE. He says, I'll never forget it, nor will I let you down next Sunday. WrestleMania, here I come. Now, you remember last week when I mentioned that Eric Bischoff got a $50,000 paycheck from WWE? Well, shortly after, Bischoff bragged about his $50,000 paycheck from WWE for his sales of his book. WWEshop.com reduced the price of his book to $1.98. The paperback version is still available for $4.98, but Eric, that might be about the last time you get any kind of a decent paycheck from them. You may get one for $10 or so, since it's down to $1.98. Ooh. Never learned to keep your mouth shut, do you? WWE has added a final face-off between John Cena and Batista tonight on Raw with Pete Rose as guest host. As noted before, Sheamus and Legacy versus Triple H and Randy Orton will take place. Are Orton and Triple H going to get along? TNA has updated their advertising listing for tonight's live Impact, including Rob Van Dam, Jeff Hardy, and Ric Flair. A commercial airing for Spike TV for tonight's Impact says that there's two TNA wrestlers will be putting their careers on the line in the main event. No wrestlers were shown, so there's no word really who's going to be participating in that match. TNA has announced that the following for tonight's Impact. Hulk Hogan's going to be making a big announcement regarding next month's Lockdown pay-per-view. We got Matt Morgan taking on Hernandez, Tara Sarita, Taylor Wilde and Angelina Love versus Daphne Velvet Sky, Madison Reigns, and Lacey Von Erich. Another match. Alright, Edge versus Chris Jericho and CM Punk versus Rey Mysterio in Tennessee Street Fight is advertised for the Friday SmackDown Live event on March 1st in Knoxville, Tennessee. While WWE still has their Survivor Series listed as their 2010 pay-per-view calendar goes out, a new Variety article on WWE pay-per-view business confirms that WWE may be retooling the concept this year because of eroding sales. Regarding the Survivor Series change, WWE spokesman said, if there's something tired and old, it's something we have to look at. Vince, they wouldn't be talking about you, would they? Anyway, it's just like any entertainment property. It's crucial to reinvent yourself. So we'll find out what they do with it. Former WWE star, remember Heidenreich and Dory Funk were backstage at last night's TNA Destination X pay-per-view. Let me know down below here if you got the pay-per-view and what you thought of it. New #1 contenders for TNA tag titles, Motor City Machine Guns, will be doing a live chat with AOL Fan House, I guess today at 4 o'clock, which you're probably too late unless you live out in California. Rob Van Dam will be giving his first TNA interview tonight, I guess, on a post-TNA website show. TNA also is going to be airing Impact Live tonight from the Impact Zone in Orlando with the fallout from last night's Destination X pay-per-view. Steve Austin is going to be appearing on the G4's Attack of the Show this evening to promote his movie Damaged. I guess it's not damaged, it's damage. Kofi Kingston and MVP is going to be appearing at Toys R Us in Times Square, New York City. Saturday, June 19th from 1 to 3. WWE will also hold a final set of tapings tonight for the HP Pavilion in San Jose, California, with Raw, SmackDown, NXT being taped. Anyone attending the show, you know, out there, hell, leave me an idea on how long the show took and whether it was any good. Kind of maybe even some spoilers if you want. All right, what do I got here? 5 minutes, okay. Announced for Raw is Hall of Famer, of course, Pete Rose as guest host, with a handicap match of Randy Orton and Triple H taking on Sheamus, which I said earlier. No matches have been announced for NXT yet, but Beth Phoenix versus Vicky Guerrero and a 9-man tag match with Money in the Bank participants have been announced for SmackDown. SmackDown won't be a full 2-hour show, though, that airs Friday night. It's going to be containing footage from WrestleMania Access in Phoenix. R-Truth, Mickey James, is going to be appearing at Room Store, Mesa, Arizona on Wednesday, March 24th, about 2 p.m. Triple H, John Cena, Mark Henry versus Randy Orton, Sheamus, and Big Show is going to be advertised for the Raw event on May 1st in Mobile, Alabama. Former, remember her, good old divas, Tammy Lynn Cinch, pardon me, told APP.com. She's writing a book on her pro wrestling career, and she hopes it will be out next year. It's going to be a fun book, she says, probably unless you're in it. I said, I'm not going to trash out anybody or ruin their marriages or expose, you know, what they did and what kind of steroids, and it's going to be fun to read. Well, that just shot your book to hell and back. Who wants it? Unless you got photos. It's all about the fun stuff that happens on the road that nobody knows unless you're there. And here's some superstar appearances, by the way, to promote WrestleMania. We got Chris Jericho going to be appearing on Lopez tonight, 11 p.m. TBS. John Cena is going to be on late night with Jimmy Fallon Tuesday night. Let me get a drink here, man. 12:35, by the way. MVP is going to be on CBS Evening News with Katie Couric. Anyway, on Wednesday night. 6:30, by the way. MVP's recent appointment as the National Guard Youth Challenge spokesman and participating congressional panel, I guess, is going to be featured on the show too. And The Miz, I don't know who shows up there, but anyway, The Miz will appear on G4's Attack of the Show again on Thursday night, 7 o'clock. After briefly moving their names from a list of upcoming Raw guest hosts, WWE.com as again listing Hot Tub Time Machine co-stars Rob Cartery and Clark Duke for the March 29th edition of Raw. I don't know what that's going to bring, but anyway, TV Guide preview for Raw says Pete Rose guest host from WrestleMania 24, and they give that bit again. R-Truth is going to be at the Room Store. Let's see, I already read all that. Tammy Lynn Sitch. What else have I got here? In addition, Bret Hart's also going to be appearing on SmackDown shows in Germany as a special guest referee enforcer. Anyway, and they've been running advertisements in the UK about Bret coming over that way to the United Kingdom in April for WrestleMania Revenge Tour, I guess it's called. WWE edited a great deal of Rey Mysterio's promo that aired on SmackDown last Friday. The promo was far longer, and they edited out what chance that the fans, fans just can't get over. Every time somebody pauses, they have to say what. I say, what in the hell are you doing, man? Let the guy talk. WWE being in El Paso Friday night, Chavo was a babyface. Chavo teamed up with Kofi Kingston and defeated Cody Rhodes, Ted DiBiase, with Chavo pinning Rhodes for the victory. Just about done for the day, aren't I? I don't see anything else on there. Chavo was born in El Paso, where his grandfather was a local wrestling promoter, by the way. Hey, thanks for clicking on every day, and hope to see you tomorrow. So come on back and click again. Maybe I won't be choking. I gotta go.